Hello and welcome to a long overdue eBay swatch video edition of Franken Claws. I wanted to get this video up much earlier, but unfortunately my video editing software glitched and I had to redo freaking everything. The titles, the clipping, editing, voiceover, which already took me 3 times initially, so as you can imagine I was not pleased and thought, well, what the hell, I'm not even gonna put this up. But my rule is that I'm not doing any sets of press-ons or any nails on myself using polishes that haven't been swatched yet. So I have a much larger array of polishes to work with now that I have got this video up and swatched. So this was a lot of random polishes that I got off of eBay, and we'll be going through 29. But first we're going to get into the rejects. So first up we have Fuchsia Fizz, and this was a reject because I was not into the color. Shimmer bored me. It was from the Sally Hansen Mentos collection, just completely didn't do it for me. So Das Vidania, onto the Franken pile you go. Just was not feeling it. Next up we have Butter London Brolly, and I was surprised that this wound up on the Franken pile because it just, I don't know, the formula was just pretty crappy, and even that beautiful blue-black color could not save it. So yeah, that went into the Franken pile too. Just was not feeling it. I was really surprised because Butter London is usually pretty good. Next up we have Essie's Cacti on the prize, and my swatch definitely is a snot color. It's a kind of green tinted off-white, but I've seen swatches online that are much greener, so I'm wondering if I got a defective bottle. I got these polishes for super cheap on eBay, so it's possible. Anyhow, it's getting Franken. So last but not least, we have the Fresh Maker from the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Mentos collection, and this also just bored me, but if you stick around to the end of the video, you will see how I Frankened it and gave it a glow up. It involved some purple glitter, black glitter, and some Brolly, so yeah, I think you'll like it. Without further ado, here we go. So the first one is Love is in the Air, and this is from Essie's Valentine's 2021 collection. At first glance, I thought it was a wine shimmer, and I was like, oh my god, that is so boring, but then I realized it's actually a beautiful berry shimmer, and it looks even prettier in sunlight. It's a beautiful jewel tone. So I'm glad to have this one. Next up we have Cause and Reflect from Essie's Serene Slate collection in 2019. It's a pretty fitting polish for the collection, I guess. I mean, it's kind of a slate blue. It's got a bit of a silver shimmer running through it. It's not really a chrome and it's not really a shimmer. It's just kind of got this frostiness to it. It's really beautiful. So it'll be a good background for some winter nail art. It actually pairs really well with Love is in the Air, come to think of it. There's a possibility for a combination set there. Next up we have Chrome is Where the Heart Is from China Glaze's House of Color collection in spring 2016. This is just an absolutely gorgeous kind of dusty pink chrome. I don't think anybody on the planet has ever said, I don't like chrome, but if they have, maybe they should get their heads examined, because that's kind of like saying, well, you know, I don't really like breathing air. I mean, everybody loves chrome. You can't go wrong with chrome in my eyes. But the luster, I mean, just look at that. Look at that freaking gleam. That is just absolutely heart-stoppingly gorgeous. Next up we have Snow Biz from China Glaze's Jollywood collection in winter 2020. This one was a huge surprise for me because I really thought this was just like a kind of gunmetal silver shimmer. And then I looked at the swatch in sunlight today as I was re-editing this video, and I realized there's a ton of multicolored little shimmers in there. Red, purple, green, and blue. And pink. And I was like, where did these come from? This is the most amazing thing. And you can't tell under my cameras, but I promise you, in sunlight, they are there. It is pure magic. Next up, we have a really pleasant surprise. This is Impulse from LA Girls 2021. I think it came out this year. Cheaper brand, but the formula was amazing, and I just love those neon coral colors. So definitely going to be a great summer polish. Next up, we have Stop Look and Glisten from Essie's Gorgeous Geodes collection from fall 2019. I didn't know that Essie did linear hollows. I hadn't been following nail polish blogs or anything at this point, so I totally missed out, but I am glad to have it now. It's pretty unusual. You can't really see the hollow under my lights, but it's in a brown base, which, I mean, how often do you see a brown-based linear hollow? Usually it's fun colors like, you know, silver or red or pink or whatever, but This is just really gorgeous and really unusual, and I think it'll be a really beautiful polish for fall. It's really earthy, but really glam. Next up we have Get Oasis from Essie's Spring 2021 collection. In the bottle there's a subtle copper shimmer, but it does not come through on the swatch of the nail at all, so it'll just be a really good background for nail art. Not complaining though, great formula. Next up we have Sugarplum Fairytale from Essie's Winter 2020 collection, and oh my god, the gleam on this is just phenomenal. It's a dusty lavender base with this incredible pearly gold glow to it. It's just amazing. It makes me stutter. That's how beautiful it is. I cannot wait to do something with this. Next up we have You're the Zest from the Sally Hansen Insta Dry Mentos collection from 2021. Unpopular opinion, but I love pastel yellows. I really do. So this is definitely a keeper. Formula wasn't the greatest, but the color is, so it'll be nail art at some point for something. Spring is coming. Next up we have Lustrous Lilac from Pop Beauty, and I don't know anything about this brand, couldn't find any swatches, but therefore I have no idea when it came out, but it's a great color. Also really good for spring nail art, so into the collection it goes. Next up we have Heart of the Jungle from Essie's Heart of the Jungle collection from fall 2020, and this is just really the perfect reptilian leafy green. It's just one of the most gorgeous shades of green in my book. Great formula, great solid green cream, totally loving it. Next up we have Peppermint Condition from Essie's Winter 2020 collection. This is the same story as Sugarplum Fairytale except in a green base. It's kind of giving me a craving for a shamrock shake. I feel like I said that about a different polish recently, but it's true. I want all of the minty shakes now. And it's just beautiful. It's gleamy, glowy. It's fantastic. Absolutely phenomenal polish. No complaints. Next up we have Tug at the Heartstrings from Essie's Valentine's 2021 collection. This one is, a really beautiful brick red cream. Nothing spectacular, but it's a really nice color. I like it a lot. Not exciting, but whatever. Next up we have Glow and Arrow from Essie's Valentine's 2021 collection also, and this one is a lot more exciting, I have to say. It's got a kind of grayish lavender base and these beautiful ethereal little blue sparkles in it. It's just a really fantastic polish. Definitely looking forward to having fun with that. Those blue iridescent flakes in there just really make it pop. It's very delicate. It's like something a fairy would paint her nails with. Next up we have Slay Your Line from China Glaze's Jollywood collection, Winter 2020. This looks a lot like Snow Biz, but it's pretty different. For one thing, it doesn't have those crazy multicolored particles, and for another, you can't really tell on camera, but it's definitely got more of a purple base. Kind of like a dusty purple, but really beautiful, really cool polish. I feel like this would be a fun pedicure polish. I'm a huge fan of having silver toes, so I definitely see that in my future. Absolutely lovely. Next up we have Check Out the Old Geezers from OPI's Iceland collection, fall 2017. This is a beautiful blue-gray color, and that's also one of my favorite polish colors, but if you look at the swatch, it just looks like a plain cream, and if you look at the bottle, you'll see that there is this, like, it's pretty subtle in the bottle, but you can tell there's like a blue iridescence. It doesn't come through at all on the swatch, and excuse my big hand in front of the camera, but yeah, still a great color. Next up we have Metallic Composition from OPI's Downtown LA collection, fall 2021. This is an absolute stunner of a polish as well. I feel like I got a lot of chromes in this box. A lot of chromes and a lot of the Essies. Not complaining. This is also a super gleamy, gorgeous, kind of dusty rose polish. Looks a little more champagne on my camera, but absolutely gorgeous. Next up we have Don't Be Spotted from Essie's Heart of the Jungle collection. Another unpopular opinion, excuse my phone. I love orange polishes, and this one is no exception. It's kind of a pearly orange and kind of leads towards the burnt side of orange, and I really love that. Definitely a great fall polish in my book, and I feel like this would work on just about any skin tone, so. Next up we have Orange You a Peach from the Sally Hansen Insta Dry Mentos collection. The pun is terrible, but the polish is pretty okay. It's a beautiful color, formula wasn't the greatest, but no real complaints. Great background for spring nail art, once again. I have spring on the mind. Next up we have You Know the Espadrille from Essie's Spring 2021 collection, and I don't really think of mustard yellow as a spring color. It's definitely more of a fall color in my book, but it's an absolutely gorgeous color, and it's not a common one in my collection. I think I only have like one other mustard yellow, so definitely a keeper. Looking forward to playing with that. Next up, we have Twinkle in Time from Essie's Winter 2020 collection. This is the same story as Sugarplum Fairytale and Peppermint Condition, except this base is white. And they sent me 5 bottles of this, and I'm not complaining. This is like the falling sun on fresh fallen snow. It's gorgeous. Did I say falling sun? I meant setting sun. Whatever. Guys, I need more caffeine. I'm only on 1 cup of coffee right now. You know what I mean. Next up we have Keep Calm from Butter London, and I don't know when this came out, couldn't find swatches. This almost went into the Franken pile because this also had a not so great formula, but the color was pretty interesting. Kind of a fan of that leathery brown color, so even though the formula wasn't the greatest, I figured, okay, well, whatever, give it a chance. So I did indeed keep calm, and I did not throw it on the Franken pile. Next up we have Zingsy from Pop Beauty. Heck if I know when it came out. Another swatch where I couldn't find swatches, couldn't find anything about it, but it's a beautiful primary yellow color, great formula. It'll be good for spring and summer nail art. It's a really great yellow. I like it a lot. Next up we have Less is Norse from OPI's Iceland collection, fall 2017, and this I would describe as a grayish blurple. It's gray, blue, purple all in one. It's just a beautiful muted color. Next up we have another from Essie's Winter 2020. This is Bonui, and it looks a lot like Sugarplum Fairytale, but the base is actually pinker. It's really hard to capture on camera, but it still has that incredible golden gleam to it. And I don't care how similar they look, I will take all of them. Just give me all of the golden gleams. I live for that finish. It is just so stunning. Definitely a winner. Next up we have Cargo Cameo from Essie's Heart of the Jungle collection, fall 2020. This is a brown polish with a subtle orange shimmer to it. It's kind of a coppery orange shimmer and very subtle, probably very work appropriate. Great for fall nail art, definitely. Next up we have Pastel Fleur from Pop Beauty, that brand that I'm still not familiar with, and I had no idea on when it came out, but I do know it's a beautiful dusty rose cream, great formula. It kind of gives me 90s vibes. Kind of like a throwback to those old Q-Tex polishes when all nail polish was like pink and red. But it's really beautiful. I think it's a great palette cleanser polish, and I look forward to doing some spring nail art. Next up we have Waterfall in Love from Essie's Heart of the Jungle collection in fall 2020. The name is kind of funny because I don't think there are any blurple waterfalls, and this is definitely a purplish blue, so yeah. If you know of any bluish purple waterfalls, let me know because I'd like to go visit them. It's probably a super beautiful spot. Great formula, no complaints. Next up we have Mint to Be from Sally Hansen's Insta-Dry Mentos collection 2021. This was a one-coat wonder and great formula, and it's also just a really great green. It's lighter and more yellower than Heart of the Jungle, which I just showed you a couple minutes ago, but it's a really great color. Definitely going to be a hard worker in my collection. And last of the commercial polishes, we have Birthday Bash from Paparazzi. Whenever, wherever, it's a drugstore polish. Couldn't find any info on when it came out, but this is only 2 coats of this incredible holographic glitter. If you see this in the sunlight, it will stop traffic and it will stop your heart. So if you can get your hands on this, definitely do. It is an absolutely stunning and beautiful polish. So now that that's all done, let's get into the Franken polish. This is Shake Your Love, because that's the song that was playing in the background. You know, shake your love. I'll stop now. And this was originally the Fresh Maker polish, and I think I gave it a pretty nice glow up. I added purple glitters, blue-gray glitters, black, and a touch of Brolly to make the base deeper. And I matted the back of the swatch because I thought the glitters would look really cool matted, and I was totally right. So that is definitely going to be a fun polish to play with. I feel like the blue glitters really pop now that I deepen the base. I feel like it's just a lot more visually interesting. It's kind of fun and flirty and gives off like really early 2000s vibes. I really like it now, and it's something that I would actually wear as opposed to what it was before. Which, you know, I don't want to be mean, but it just wasn't the most exciting polish. It just really didn't do anything for me. So here it is next to the original. And I think they look pretty good side by side, but if I had to pick one, I would definitely pick the Frankenpolish. A Frankenpolish, in case anybody doesn't know, you probably figured it out, but it's when you take existing polishes and mush them together and make a new one. And I'm sorry about that smooch there. I don't know. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.